I'm just going to let you know that while I was editing this whole video, just feeling like complete dog water, the test server just closed down on Trove. So a lot of things that I did mention in this particular video, which is the video that you're about to watch. And in this video, I did talk about it, just taking into account that it is all subject to change. Seeing that the test server closed down, this is more than likely not going to be the case, and the update is going to come out on the live server. So I wanted to let you all know in advance that a lot of things that I will be mentioning was taken into account that it was subject to change on the test server, but knowing the track record that they usually don't do a whole lot of hot fixes on the live server, it is pretty much safe to assume that this is going to be how the update is going to end up being, which in my own personal opinion needs a lot of work. Anyways, enjoy the video. So I will be doing a live commentary, just giving some of my own opinions in regards to the whole Mystic Gem system and where it's at currently right now on the test server. I am recording this on September 2nd, which is going to be Tuesday, and today I'm just going to be just giving my opinions on how the system is, just some of the good things, some of the bad things, and all of that in between. First things first, let's start talking about Mystic Gem. What are they and how to get them? Mystic Gem is going to be a direct upgrade from Crystal Gems. As you can actually just see, these are going to be pretty much essentially two gems roughly around the same power rank, give or take, on both of the gems. So I believe this one was a little bit higher when I was Crystal, but both of them are going to be essentially the equivalent to from one to another. You can actually just see that the stats are going to be much higher, power rank is much higher, and everything is going to be just much stronger. It also goes up to level 35 instead of level 30, and it's just overall going to give you more stats. It's a direct upgrade, and the way that you can just obtain them is going to be from Longshade boxes. Longshade is going to end up having all of the elemental portals like Air World, Water World, Fire World, and also Geo Topside, just like any other gems. And this gem boxes is going to drop a crystal gem as common, and is going to end up dropping as a rare drop the Mystic Gem. So Mystic Gem is going to be a rare drop exclusive, and as you can actually just see something like over here, there's not going to be a keys option. So you can actually just see that the Longshade does not have it, so it means that you cannot use golden gem keys. The reason why they did that is because of Duper, so big surprise. And that's how you pretty much just obtain Mystic Lesser Gem. The way that you obtain Mystic Empower Gem is going to be via crafting. So you go into the gem stat inside the Adventures crafting bench, and you're going to end up having the Mystic Empower Gem boxes, and you can still end up getting 2 stars. By the way, I still do not know why this is a thing in the game. I would just hope that they would just remove 2-star Empower Gems altogether from the entirety of the game, because it ends up just hurting most of the players, and it's just a waste of time. And for like the newcomer that doesn't know about gem rolls, gem stat, and all of these, having a 2-star Empower Gem is going to end up being a detriment and just going to end up being a drawback, as you are going to see in this Empowered Gem only having 2 pearls, and is going to end up being just much lower PR. Even though it is already a level 25, it's going to end up being lower PR at its maximum. 2-star Empowered Gems should not be in the game, and you can still end up getting 2-star Mystic Empowered Gems from the Empowered Gem boxes. And yeah, that's essentially most of the things that you can obtain them normally. Of course, there's going to be the Mystic Gem conversion. So similar to the Crystal Gem conversion, you can actually just see right here, there is no option for Mystic Gem conversion on the store, but it is rumored that it is going to end up having, and it's going to end up costing exactly the same as the Crystal Gem converter. But similar to the Crystal Gem converter, where you can convert level 25 Stellar Gems into level 25 Crystal Gems, you can end up having Mystic Converter or Mystic Gem Converter, which makes a level 30 Crystal Gem into a level 30 Mystic Gem with the same pearls, stats, and percentages. So it's just going to work exactly the same as the Crystal Gem Converter, but you need to have a level 30 Crystal Gem in order to convert it into Mystic. That's essentially how you end up getting Mystic Gem. Now, I got some lists on some of the things that are going to be good, and some of the things that I feel that are just flat out just bad or potentially bad. First things first, the good. The lesser gems are going to be pretty easy to obtain. Any world bosses or any dungeon chests, you can actually just get gem boxes, which will allow you to get Mystic Gems quite easily. And not only that, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this one, patron status is going to end up working, because patron status, if you actually do see right here, you're going to have a double gem box karma bar, which is going to end up being really good for Mystic Gem, because all you need is 35 boxes in order for you to get 1 Mystic Gem. Being much easier to obtain, because you can obtain them as soon as you enter Longshade, it means that with this gem you can easily achieve 45,000 power rank, because the power rank difference is going to be much larger. 45,000 power rank is a very important milestone for you to achieve, so you can actually just start getting crystal level 5 a little bit more consistently from Gearcrafter's Vault. The second thing is going to be in related to the class gem. I did not mention the class gem, I only mentioned the regular empower gem, but the class gem, you can actually just obtain class gem in the Shores of the Everdark. So difficulty 12 or Uber 9 or difficulty 11, Uber 8, you can obtain Mystic class gem, making them really easy to obtain, but you can still end up getting 2-star. 2 stars are going to be a pain in the end. The third thing that I did mention is going to be in related to the damage in general. These gems are going to be far greater, which is going to be really good because you're going to get your coefficient much larger, which ultimately makes doing long shade much easier for depth cores and crusted runic trunks. Or if you just don't want to use the boomeranger in general, then you can just end up just having a lot more stats on using some of the other characters. Some of the other characters are going to end up doing long shade much easier. And also the Del's Depth biome, but the Del's Depth biome, you still need like a high DPS character like Solarian or Boomeranger to actually just end up just defeating the bosses much quicker. Those are 3 things that I did mention that are going to end up being good. Now let's just mention some of the bad things related to Mystic Gems. The first 30 levels of Mystic Gem is pretty much exactly the same as Crystal Gems, just as difficult to increase the later levels. Obviously, just getting Gem Sparks is going to be much easier because Crystal Gems are going to be common draws from Long Shade, but they will still end up just costing the same amount of resources and they will still take the same amount of attempts to get to level 30. Gem Sparks are going to be easier, so some people might call it good, some people might call it bad. I'm indifferent. I'm just going to put it right here in this category. The second thing that I will be talking about, and I feel that this is a crime and a half, and that is going to be in related to loot collecting. Loot collecting Mystic Gems is going to give you the same amount of resources. This is a level 30 Crystal Gem and this is a level 30 Mystic Gem. They still give the same amount of resources as a Crystal Gem. Crystal Gems are common drops. So why is this one giving the same amount of sparks? I have no clue. In my own personal opinion, they should give not only more sparks, but they should also just give away some Mystic Gem shards. The reason being is because just unlike Crystal Gems, where you could use Golden Gem keys to get a lot of Crystal Gems, you cannot do that with the Mystic Gem. You have to grind them. So it's still going to take a little bit to actually just get them. It's not going to mean that you're going to end up getting a whole lot of them. And Mystic Gem shard is going to be the main resource that you're going to end up using to upgrade your Mystic Gem past level 30. And Mystic Gem shards are not only pointless, by the way, I'm still going to mention this. This is one of the most pointless additions into the game. You already have Primal Gem Shard. Why the hell do you have 5 times more expensive resource? And the reason why this is going to be pretty annoying is that in order for you to actually just get a lot of Mystic Gem Spark, you need to keep just hopping between all types of worlds, and that in itself is going to be quite annoying because we all know how bad the loading times it is on Trove, and changing the worlds constantly is going to end up crashing a whole lot more, and it's going to end up costing a lot more lag. This is essentially the same reason why the Shadow Towers got removed, because people were just creating portals constantly, and seeing that a lot of people are going to end up needing Mystic Gem Shards, they're going to end up just swapping between the worlds just constantly, and it's going to end up causing a lot more lag in my own personal opinion, and I think it's just going to be quite annoying. The third category that I have right here is going to be in related to the Empower Gems. Getting the Empower Gem still suck completely. By the time that you're getting Souls of the Depth, you should already have either a Mystic Empower Gem or you should already be doing conversion. This to me is kind of pointless because of conversion, so it's just going to flat out be better because you're going to end up just upgrading your 3-star Empower Gem from Crystal all the way to Mystic, and not only that, is going to give you the ability that you already have. I did open one of these boxes, by the way, and I ended up just getting an Imperial Barrier. Conversion is just going to end up being just flat out better because you not only retain your percentages, your rolls, but you also retain the ability on your Empower Gem. The fourth category is going to be the conversion itself. This crafting recipe sucks. I do not care what anyone says in regards to this crafting recipe, just talking about, oh yes, but you can get more Souls of the Depth. Yes, you're getting more souls, but you're spending more souls, so at the end of the day you're still back at square one. So there's absolutely no point in just having this crafting recipe as expensive as it is, because by the time that you reach to the point where you're doing this conversion, you should already have either the qubits to actually just do the conversion from the store, power, and by the time that you actually just end up getting the 200 souls of the depth, which by the way, souls of the depth are gotten from Del's depth biome, a biome that you need a group to actually just do is if you're on the lower power rank. And let me tell you, not a lot of people do open invite. In many cases, most people already have a predetermined group, and if you're planning it to do in solo, that means that you're already at the end game, you're already doing enough damage, but it's still going to take you forever to get one souls of the depth, and you already have pretty much a lot of qubits to actually just do the conversions from the store in the first place. This crafting recipe makes absolutely no sense because the point of the conversion is to convert your level 30 crystal gem into level 30 mystic. Lesser gems are still pretty easy to obtain, so in many cases doing the conversion is pointless, and if you're going to do the conversion, the class gem is pretty easy to obtain, and the other 3 empower gem is essentially 45,000 qubits. By the time that you do get to that point, you should already have 45,000 qubits to do the 3 conversion. In my own personal opinion, this crafting recipe should be like way lower because it's going to ultimately just help out players to do conversion to other characters or not having to waste their qubits, giving them other options. I know I've heard people just say that 200 is not so bad. Yes, this is bad. And the last category that I have is going to be the last 5 levels on Mystic Gems. So Mystic Gem, the last 5 level is going to end up costing Mystic Gem Shard. Mystic Gem Shard, like I just mentioned, is a pointless resource that should not even be in the game because we already have Primal Gem Shard. The resources are the same. This one is just 5 times more expensive for no reason. That's number 1. Number 2 is going to be that the last 5 levels essentially just relies upon you using gem boosters all the time. This should not be called gem boosters. This should be just called gem requirement. These are just going to end up costing way too much of the gem booster, because if you're not using gem boosters, you are not making any progress and you're going to take like forever and a half to just get one attempt, let alone one level on one gem. You legitimately have to use at least Lapis Luckbug or the 10th life. By the way, still hate this resource. I don't care what anyone says. There's a terrible addition to the game, and the quote-unquote solution that they made is also pretty bad. No, I'm not even going to argue regarding all of that. It's a terrible addition. Anyways, moving on. The gem boosters, these gem boosters are time gated. You get them from these 2 contests. That's how you're going to end up getting the Lapis Luckbug, the Horseshoe, the 10th life. It's essentially just time gated. You are only going to end up just getting them from the weekly rewards. Level 20 and 29 on Crystal Gem, a lot of people were already using 9th life on them. Mystic Gem level 20 and 29 are still equally as difficult to level up, but at the end of the day, getting gem sparks is much easier. Even if you don't want to count them, there's still 5 more levels in regards to all of the boosters that you do need in order to increase those 5 levels on one gem, by the way, and you still end up getting the same amount of rewards that you were getting prior to this. Remember, there are 12 gems per character. So if you're planning on having 2 full sets and potentially just maxing out at least the class gem on every single class, you have to take into account that you're still getting the same amount of rewards from the weekly rewards, and you need to level up essentially 2.5 times more than you were with Crystal Gem. This is essentially 40 of each gem spark plus 37 for one attempt, and you get this amount at level 32 with a Lapis Luckbug, which by the way, you only get 20 of them per week. This whole leveling process to me is like the biggest problem with Mystic Gem right now. Now the gem system is more time gated than before because of the leveling being so difficult without the need of using gem boosters. In my personal opinion, gem boosters should be a booster, should be something to help you out. It should not be a requirement for you to use, because without the boosters it takes far too long to actually just upgrade one gem. That's going to be everything for me. Thank you everyone for dropping by. Thank you for sticking around as always. Let me know some of the feedback that you would like to see in regards to this whole Mystic Gem. And yeah, I hope to see you guys next time.